Raceway set. Racing, Duratio Storm was slow, so was Gully Yapper, and Brittany Stars crossed them from the outside, and Corborn Legs is coming up and around with it. Might try and sneak under this leader about 3 lengths away, then Duratio Storm starts the kick, then Gully Yapper, and that'll be followed back then by Charina Hill. Plating Puss is too far away, and the last pair, Princess Novak Jobs right. Is it today? Yes, it is. Corborn Legs is in from Brittany Star, Duratio Storm third, and Charina Hill was fourth, followed across by Plating Puss and Gully Yapper. Princess Novak last to go by Jobs right. That's all that had to happen. I just needed to leave it out of the top 3. Corborn Legs, or top 4 for that matter. And home he rolls. It's start number 29 and a 17.97 here. And the 8 honked off the lids. Got to the lead but didn't close down the rail. And Corborn Legs snuck underneath here. And it was a good battle from there on. Duratio Storm was slow but worked into the race quite quickly. Gully Yapper ran wide around the corner, allowing Charina Hill through. And Corborn Legs strolls on to win from Brittany Star. About to get underway, just about set. Racing, Blue Moving comes out running, and Sedgebrook Charm comes with it. Wider on the track to another Pearl, and Sammy Baxter trying to boot into it as well, a little closer, and then to Sprite on Time. Getting back in the race here to MCD, Gully Crusher, and also Corborn Marcy. Up they come, Blue Moving in front by about 3 here on Sedgebrook Charm. Running hard the inside here would have been Sprite on Time, and MCD down the outside. Blue Moving scores, good go the miners here. Sedgebrook Charm. Another Pearl is nice and close up, and also out wider on the track, MCD's in that photo as well. A little bit closer into Sprite on Time and Sammy Baxter. And behind them then to Gully Crusher back towards the town with Corborn Marcy. So Blue Movin' does it from the front. Didn't come back to them today, 18.24. So look, no real time, but she was certainly better than this field today. It's 3, 4, 7 and 2 that's gone on the board. 3, 4, 7 and 2 here with a run home of 11.12. Set. Racing, Pistols Princess, wee bit slow here. Racy Macy up nicely with Gully. Runners jump well today. Now Pistols Princess up and behind them, and Eva Storm trying to get up and around that. Pistols Princess is backed out at the first corner, goes back. Casual Sipper getting past that, and Homebush Rocco was running on too. Further back in the race, Al moving Homebush Happy. Up they come. Gully Runners left in front of Homebush Rocco. Gully Runner Homebush Rocco. Third to go by was Casual Sipper, then Racy Macy and Eva Storm. Further back then to Al moving Pistols Princess. She just hates it in there. Oh dear, and Homebush Happy last. Well, Gully Runner has hopped off the lids much better today than what he has before, and he's proven his worth and clocked an 18.21, which is a fraction faster than the previous, but not as fast as Corborn Legs in Heat 1. Homebush Happy was very slow to go. You see Pistols Princess just in behind. I thought maybe Eva Storm might hold her in and that might guide her around, but well, hit-on shot might tell us more, but she was just looking to get out, and then she disappears to the outside of the track as she does. Racing, Kerry Lane midfield away here. MBD gets out fast, and going with it was Fair Conquest, and they'd be followed then by Corborn Tip around the outside. Trying to push through the inside now is Kerry Lane, just gets held up for a stride. Getting around that would have been Corborn Bow. Elusive Babe has missed the kick. Well back in the race here to Allegro Title. Homebush Button, MBD in front. Corborn Tip charging. MBD's in from Corborn Tip. Third to go by was Kerry Lane, and gap back then Elusive Babe found fourth in a gap. And further back in the race to Homebush Button. Behind them would have been Corborn Bow and Allegro Title. And something's gone amiss with Fair Conquest trotted past the line now. 2 in a week, 2 in 3 days. MBD, and win 15 in her career. She won the break, and she has held out Corborn Tip in a 17.87 here with a run home time of 10.77. Racing, Eldsgill comes out fairly well as Your Dreams hops out nicely too. Sedgebrook Magic up and around the outside, and Lagoon Fame's tucked through on the inside as Your Dreams getting shuffled now. Don't Muzzle Me gets past it. Getting back in the pack here, we've got Homebush Stew as they come to the corner with Runs for Gas. Up to the corner they come. Sedgebrook Magic around to lead from Eldsgill. Pink Shellac. Sedgebrook Magic and easily from Eldsgill. Pink Shellac next to go by was Homebush Stew. And they'd be followed through then by Lagoon Fame. Don't Muzzle Me was alongside Azure Dreams and Runs for Gas. Too Fast and a good time. 17.62, second win in a week for Sedgebrook Magic. Run home in 10.54, so hiking over the concluding stages. Moderate beginning, but was left in clear air the whole way. You can see just superior leg speed. There. And racing, another Habit steps out nicely enough off the inside. Followed out wider on the track. Well, good line of them actually. We've got a Power Messini trying to push through to second, just gets there now. Trying to get around that would have been Alamein Jar working up nice and handy today. Sarah Campbell's got through to fourth, followed through by Suso Socks. The outside of that to Opawa Cassidy. And the last pair, Taikaria Lace and Bundor and Lass. Another Habit's opened them up by about 6 or 7 here from Alamein Jar, starting to close that margin down a wee bit. Back and behind those runners then to Opawa Messini. Opawa Cassidy is further back. They're coming in a procession with Sarah Campbell next. Another Habit lasts well from Alamein Jar. Tight for third, maybe Opawa Cassidy the outside there of Opawa Messini. Then Sarah Campbell, Suso Socks, Taikaria Lass, and the last one in, Bundor and Lass. Couple of hefty bets there on another Habit, and late tote money coming for it as well, and he has delivered in pretty good style here. He's clocked 30.72 today. He was a smidgen faster last week. Set. Racing. Mad Music not so quickly out today, and Serve Your Purpose gets out nicely. Gully Flaherty trying to head it off. Petite Joy through along the inside. They'll be followed then by Mad Music trying to get around the outside of them. Working Jewel poking through. Double Entendre gets a run through. Gully Flaherty gets badly checked, and so Unbelievable back last around the corner. Serve Your Purpose. Could be an overdue win charging though. Double Entendre. Serve Your Purpose just I think from Double Entendre flew. Working Jewel third to go by, and they'd be followed across by Mad Music. Back and behind them we would have had Petite Joy and Gully Flaherty and So Unbelievable. Serve Your Purpose does today. Gets win 5 to go with 21 minor placings in a 17.91. Yeah. Racing, Rosie Fosey Fair break starts the forge to the lead. Homebush Dawn driving through along the inside. Then we've got Corborn Josh beside that. They'd be followed around there by Kiribati. Blazers Corporal gets underneath that. Further back in the race here, we've got Opportunist, Corborn Shadow, One Broke Girl, not today. Around the corner, Rosie Fosey in front. Homebush Dawn drives hard with Corborn Josh. Homebush Dawn, I think, from Corborn Josh, it's tight. Rosie Fosey held third, but she was dying on a run. Then Kiribati Girl and Blazers Corporal, Opportunist. Last pair, Corborn Shadow and One Broke Girl. Broke today if you backed her. Good go. Thought the one got it, and does come up on the board, but there wasn't much in it. Was not much in it at all at the line. 3 Rosie Fosey holds third, and 9 Blazers Corporal is fourth. First leg of the second quaddie. Racing. Spirit Run, Fair Break the outside. Corborn Gable hops out reasonably well. Good time, Mike Zamatis closer in. Spirit Run's crossed them easily enough and gets there by a couple of lengths, but Corborn Gable is on her tail. A couple of lengths away then. Thrilling Evie's got handy here, gets to third. That could be interesting. Then Zamatis Lass. Passing that, there would have been Alamein Jude starting to run on or trying to. Another Cruiser's a long way back, and Good Time Mike and Bundoran Lad are out the back. Now Spirit Run is in front by a couple from Corborn Gable, but Thrilling Evie is close enough as well. And charging up the centre, Alamein Jude blows them out. Alamein Jude from Thrilling Evie, I think, second. Corborn Gable third. Spirit Run died on its run to be fourth. They'd be followed across then by another Cruise. Back in the race there, we had Good Time Mike and Bundoran Lad. Zamatis Lass beat a couple of those in. Alamein Jude has got an overdue win. Her last one was mid-February, and she has finished over the top of them, or between them really. Set to go in the distance, racing. Off the inside, Archie Bale stepped quite nicely, goes to the lead. Digger Socks is showing out early. Ritza Denny finds the rail quite nicely, and Miss Selfies is nice and handy too with Sweet Ruby Jane midfield. Out wider of that was Where's Shiraz. Digger Socks drifts now to second last from Little Profit, and Arcane Sabre is out the back. Into the back they head, and Archie Bale in front, but Ritza Denny stalks it. 2 lengths back there is Miss Selfies. On the outside, pushing forward is Where's Shiraz. Then Sweet Ruby Jane gaps back the others. They are headed by Little Profit, Digger Socks and Arcane Sabre. Across the top in a ruck, it's Archie Bale just. Round the outside comes Sweet Ruby Jane. Where's Shiraz is there as well. Sweet Ruby Jane gets home from Where's Shiraz, poking through Miss Selfies. I think just third in a photo with Archie Bale, who went bold then. Ritza Denny. Further back, Arcane Sabre. He looks like he wants a kilometre. And the last pair here, Little Profit and Digger Socks. Oh, she just wound into the race, Sweet Ruby Jane. Looks like she was ridden by a jockey here. And she's clocked a 38.47. Pretty respectable stuff from her. First time over the trip, number 6. Set. Racing. Cheap Shot Matty came out well, and Elite Dose came out with it too, and they share up the pace, and they put about 4 lengths on them here. And up and around the outside, we've got Blue Senior trying to push into third, although coming underneath that to Homebush Bounce, and he's a Carlos between runners. Back in the race here, we've got Mama Ray, Abogado, Corborn Doused. Up they come. Cheap Shot Matty, Elite Dose out wide, and Homebush Bounce. Elite Dose in from Corborn Matty, and close up Homebush Bounce. She ran a beauty. They'll be followed across then by Mama Ray. Behind them, Corborn Doused. Abogado back with that. He's a Carlos, and Blue Senior's dropped out again. Number 4, Elite Dose, gets a deserved win for Arnie Clark over Cheap Shot Matty, who continues to go consistently. And Homebush Bounce bounces up another grade and runs a race. Racing, Corborn Tish fairly away only, and Homebush Hells gets out pretty well and across the outside. Far too trendy, might cross them, does. Trying to punch through there would have been Fastback King. Getting past them in a hurry was Miss Mohawk. Homebush Hells has got back now. Venga Guapa's a long way from them. Also well back, Vinnie Baxter, Marbella. Up they come, kicking along as Far Too Trendy down the outside. Miss Mohawk, that's tight. Far Too Trendy or Miss Mohawk. Corborn Tish third, then Vinnie Baxter. Fastback King was next, then Homebush Hells well back with Venga Guapa and Marbella. The 6 might have got up in the last bound. 8's gone a beaut race, first up in the grade. 6 dived at it. Corborn Tish just in behind with Vinnie Baxter. She's away midfield most of her races, Miss Mohawk, but she emerged into third, and she's got a good kick on her in the straight. Far Too Trendy had crossed this field, which is a good effort. Racing, Mr. Symphonic was slow. Do More bound into the lead here from Chokti Ellis, is followed through there by Kapai. 5k leg out wider there of Mr. Symphonic. Further back to Nina Be Good around that Corborn Bird, and last of all Flirt With Me. Up front here, driving to the lead is Kapai. Chokti Ellis, the inside's kicking back. Chokti Ellis, Kapai. Then Mr. Symphonic, 5k leg, Do More, Corborn Bird, and the last pair, Flirt With Me and Nina Be Good. Racing, Homebush Pippi, Fair Break the inside, Homebush Misha and Liz Watto, they get out well, and the ballots they share it up here with the Power Lachlan pushing through now. Then we've got Ganesh, Homebush Pippi's got well back. Back with them two, Blitzing Flower, Homebush Ted, Nominal Lily. On the corner here, Homebush Misha kicks clear, coming after it, Power Lachlan, then Liz Watto. Homebush Misha's in from a Power Lachlan, Liz Watto. Ganesh was third past the post, but unfortunately he's come down afterwards and gaps back then. With the rest, we had Homebush Pippi, Blitzing Flower might have beaten that in. Nominal Lily, Homebush Ted.